Quick story time. About 4 years ago, my wife and I invested in our first short-term rental investment property. And we wanted to get into it because the dream of passive income, right? Easy. Wrong. Not only did we start realizing that it would be a lot of work when we had to set up 8 to 10 different software apps, then my wife gets pregnant. Then our first newborn comes along. All while we're still working our full-time jobs. And I'm in AI. I'm in the technology world. And I'm looking around saying, I'm helping large enterprises build agentic AI solutions that can manage entire skyscrapers and airports. Yet the software that I'm using to run the biggest investment of my family's life is older than my career. That is exactly when I realized that mAIrble needs to exist. The reason it needs to exist is because investing in short-term rentals has afforded my family some unbelievable financial benefits. There's appreciating of the asset, there's cash flow, and there are some unbelievable tax advantages to investing in real estate. And what we really see as the opportunity here is if we can make it way easier to self-manage a short-term rental property at a large scale without having to hire a co-host or property managers and lose some of those advantages, then that's worth doing. Because right now there's a little under 2 million short-term rentals in the US. Of those, there's about 700,000 self-managers. Less than 1 million people have made this investment. But here's the catch. We did the math. There's a little over 10 million people who could, but they don't because they know it's an operational nightmare. We are on a mission to change that. If we can solve this, and it's not going to be easy, we can lower the barrier to entering into this investment class. It's one of the biggest asset classes on the planet. What we can then do is we can make building wealth feel less like a second job and more like a calling. Because we believe at mAIrble that building wealth should result in you getting your time back so that you can spend it with your family or with the people that you love. And at its core, we are a family and mission-driven business. And so here's my offer. If you're self-managing a property today and you have a hunch that you're leaving money on the table or it's starting to feel overwhelming and like a second job, we're offering to co-host your property with you for the next 30 days. But here's the difference between us and other co-hosts. Other co-hosts are going to use the same tech stack that you currently use. We're different. mAIrble has developed a proprietary AI native operating system that we are going to use for every aspect of your property, from dynamic pricing to operations, being able to message and keep track of your vendors and your maintenance tasks and all of your financials, all inside of mAIrble. And here's the catch. That is owned by you at the end of the day. So by 30 days, our hope is that we can fulfill some of the outcomes that you're looking for from the business. And when we do, you'll have a decision to make. One, you can take back the keys to mAIrble and continue to run the property yourself, paying nothing but a software subscription fee, but have everything in one place. Or two, if the outcomes are so great, you can continue to hire us as your co-host. The terms of that are to be determined. You'll help us figure it out. But that is what's driving us. We see the benefits of investing in real estate while you're pursuing a career. And what it can do for our family is what I've seen it do for hundreds of other families. And we believe that the people on the sidelines, which we've done the math, there's a little over 10 million people that could invest in this asset class, but they don't because they don't want to take on the headache. But if we can reduce the barrier to entry, making it easier to get in, and then make it easier to operate, then we can open up the floodgates and we can take our neighborhoods back. Because in some parts of the nation, Corporations are scooping up properties left and right, and it's nothing but a balance sheet item for them. But the home is where the heart is. And we believe that. And so if we can fulfill this mission of building mAIrble to be the best technology for running this business, but also help empower new people to invest in their future, then we'll have fulfilled a great mission that's worth working for. So I hope to hear from you. Take care for now.